Hello, everyone. How are you? You know what? Like, this is a very deep topic for me. You know what? I was listening to Jackie Hill, and she was speaking. She was speaking on literally like that everything had to be created from something. Now, this is something that I've touched already, like in my beginning parts of starting my videos, because Genesis 1 has been something that's always touched my heart, my mind, and my soul. It says in Genesis 1 verse 1, it says, in the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. In the beginning, God created the heaven and the earth. But remember, before that, where did God come from? Now, I've asked God this question many times. So when she was talking, God answered me already. But when she was talking, it's like God was speaking to me and telling me it. I had to voice record it, and I just said it while I was voice recording it. I was saying what was coming to me, what God was speaking to me. Now we have to understand that God lives in eternity, lives outside of time, past, present, and future. That's why God says, I am that I am. He is who he says that he is. And there's a part in the Bible that says that a child of God should not swear on anything, because their word should be solemnly what it is, because God takes his word serious. So when God says something, it is like a solemn authority. It is a solemn, yes, it is done, that kind of way. So he expects the same from his children. Now, there was a time that I had even I had went through a situation that I was trying to prove myself, and I had sweared on the Bible. And when I sweared on the Bible, I thought it was nothing. You're young, you're swearing on the Bible to prove, oh yeah, what you're saying is the truth, because like the person was not believing you. And for 1 week, one whole week, and it would have gone on longer than that if I never recognized what it was and asked God to forgive me. 1 week, the hand that I used to swear on the Bible started to hurt me. It started to hurt me. And my arm, it's like I couldn't hardly use the arm. I couldn't use the hand of the arm. And it's when I repented, it's like God rested up in my heart. He says, you should not have sworn on the Bible. He says, I require of my children not to take an oath or to swear. And you know what is when I said to God, I'm sorry, forgive me. I did not know, Lord. And I kneeled down on my knees, and I literally was there pouring my heart out to God. And I think it's when God recognized, okay, he made me pour out my heart for a good little while, Then he was like, okay. Then my hand just healed up, and it just came back to normal, and everything was all right. And I said, look at that even when I was called in to do jury work, I literally told them straight up, I said, I'm sorry, I am not swearing on no Bible. I says my word should be enough. And it says that there's a situation, there's a law that I'm able to just use my word, that they're able to use my word and say that my word is solemnly the truth and it is okay. Because I think there was some Muslim people that was refusing to do that as well. So, but I was like, I'm sorry, but I am not swearing. I told him straight up, because I've already experienced it. You see, when you experience a thing, you understand it. You know what it's about, So this is what God gave me about him and his presence and who he is, and I just wanted to send this out to you guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope it's able to help you to understand and to touch your heart and your mind from a certain depths, But praise be unto the Most High God. All right, take care, everyone. Bye-bye. Shalom. This is deep. Okay. I was listening to Hill. I think she's a wonderful poet, a wonderful artist. And she was speaking about everything else was created, but God has no one that created him. Now, I don't know if you guys heard me say this already in one of my videos, but what she said was very deep and powerful. The thing is, okay, it is said that God lives eternity, yeah? Where God is found is eternity. It's in constant darkness. It's eternity. Everything around him is dark. God will come down to heaven, to paradise, and he will, that's not where his spirit base. His spirit base in eternity, in complete darkness. And within that darkness, he is the light. So God, so this is teaching us. Yes, God created everything, but this is teaching us a simple principle why God has to be true to himself and why he holds his words solid, because he has to be who he is. Because if he is not who he is, then he is a lie. And for him to exist, he has to exist in light, in truth, because he is the light of his own self. Because where he exists is eternity in darkness. So in that darkness, he has, before it can consume him, he has to be that consistent light. He has to be that consistent truth. He has to be that consistent reality, that consistent trueness, that consistent genuineness to who he is and to his word and to who he is as the Most High God, and has an example of who he is, that his children can know that this is how I am and this is how I expect you to be by example then, yeah? So this is what makes God the Most High who he is, because he comes forth out of darkness. So before all of us had to face the truth of who we were, God had to face who he was. Because I know that where he came from, he was probably, there was probably no light at all. But guess what? In matter, in everything, some form of light has to come forth. So what? For him to shine so brightly, he had to found a truth within himself. For every human to be on this earth and their light to shine, they have to find the truth within themselves. That is that this is how God created me. This is how I am. And this is how I am supposed to be. And this is how he expects me to be. Why? Because he has set the perfect example himself. What he expects to see from us is what he has set. He has lived in his solid truth. And because of that, his presence beamed through paradise, heaven, and it also is the light. Eternity. It's outside of time. It's outside of presence. It's outside of the past. It's outside of the future. It is what it is. That's why God says, I am what I am. That's another thing for us. Whoever we think that we are, whoever we believe that we are, that is what we shall be. That is what we shall be. You know? That is what we shall be. But yeah, this is what just came to me a while ago. Stay blessed. Shalom.